Hey guys, Lioneagle here. Just before this video gets underway, I know this is normally where there'd be a little funny section where we talk about cum or something, but not today. Just because I messed up the file when I was doing this. We were trying to do something new with our audio and our video just to make it a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer in the edit. It ended up fucking with it because we sort of went halfway with it and didn't do it fully. It'll all be sorted for the next episode, don't worry about that. But for this episode, there's not going to be any me in the video. So that's why I did this, because, you know, you need to see this. It's going to be a little bit fucky because I kind of did the outro and the intro. So it's just going to be the full screen and there's going to be no me. But it's just for this week. Sorry, guys. What's going on, everyone? No! Welcome back to the Tier
And welcome back to the Tier Above podcast. Let's see what's on tap this week. How are we doing, boys?
Wow, one take. One take in that intro.
Fantastic.
I can't believe it took us 4 times to fucking not all speak over each other. there was a solid like 5 seconds, and I was like, okay, Lioneagle, go, and then and then you and Z at the exact same time started doing it. And I was like, I'm gonna not wake up tomorrow. You know what I mean?
True.
But
you're gonna also buy a gun, much like Z.
Yeah.
It's been harder for me. I'm gonna get my hunting license. I'm gonna go fucking take an exam or whatever.
I'm gonna buy a butter knife.
Take a while.
UK struggle.
Yeah, hard life. You say
The struggle is real.
Did I ever tell you about the time I bought a knife from IKEA? Like a proper, like, I had a lot of blood. Like, I'd been using the same knives for a really long time, and they weren't really cutting the mustard. They literally probably couldn't even cut mustard. They were shit.
Sure.
And so
yeah,
I went.
Cutting mustard is a thing we do a lot in the UK.
Yeah.
You guys get mustard in bricks, unlike the US. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's like butter. You get it frozen.
Yeah.
So I was like,
cultured now. All right, I know everything there is to know about being British.
So I went and bought this knife from IKEA, and I forgot that knives are sharp because I had been using this shitty bunt ass knives that I was basically just smashing stuff with. And I went to wash it. So I fill up my sink. I just fucking put a bunch of soap in there, and I just grab it and just slice my hand. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Knives are sharp.
Right.
And then I went to put it in the little drying rack, and then I ended up just slicing up on my thumb because I fucking just dropped it. And just dropped it, and then it sliced. Yeah, and I was like, this isn't good. Knives are sharp, everybody.
When I was working at Rockhurst, we had a Subway, and the fucking manager always got on to me because it was like anytime we were using a knife, you had to have your cut glove on so you didn't fucking cut yourself. And when there was Subway, we had like these shitty little fucking smallest ever knives that were so fucking dull. And I would just like, cut the sandwich. She'd be like, oh, you're not wearing your cut glove. And I was like, bitch, I could not cut myself with this knife if I wanted to. I was like slapping it against my hand. I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah, it's like when you're a kid and they give you the safety scissors that are actually just less easy to use and just ripping the fucking paper. You have these you have to like cut them like exactly at the fucking point where they meet. And it's like, oh, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And then like one left-handed kid. The one left-handed kid who was struggling even harder. The scissors that didn't cut and they couldn't even use them properly, and they were like, "Fuck."
That was me.
Yeah,
one of the like 3 left-handed kids in class. One of the 3 left-handed kids in class had only one pair of left-handed scissors shared between them.
Wow, you had it tough.
That was my reality growing up.
I think you need to start some sort of like GoFundMe page or like some that the government change.org or whatever that every class must have.
It'd be so based if I could have some money for being left-handed.
Although I even mean like I don't know how it works in the US.
Government handout.
No. But like in the UK, you can like put something online like on this government website, and if enough people sign it, they like legally have to talk about it in Parliament.
Yeah.
So we should.
Oh right, you don't mean GoFundMe? Yeah, you mean like
Yeah, you could do a GoFundMe if you wanted.
Fuck that! I just want paying.
Yeah, I want left-handed scissors. Please fund me personally.
Yes, fund me to buy some left-handed scissors, and they cost like $2,000. And
no one's made it. You need to fund R&D to be able to make left-handed scissors. So you're going to need at least like like $4 million.
Yeah, specifically to your hand specifications.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they don't exist. They're not real. They're all lies. Yeah.
Honestly, left-handed people aren't real.
True. Well, they're devil worshippers.
They're doing it for attention.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, because they want to be devil's spawns.
Based and real.
Just right like the rest of us.
It's like, I'm actually just left-handed because I want to be edgy.
Yeah, you pick me girl. You're literally a pick me girl. Oh, I'm left-handed. I'm so different. I'm just quirky
I'm
and funny.
Right.
Specifically raising my hand saying "pick me," but it's my left hand that I'm raising to say "pick me."
Disgusting. Fuck. Get out of here. Oh, we never I don't think I even answered the question. I'm good, Z. How are you?
I'm tired. It's just funny because for me it's 8 o'clock and for you guys it's 2 a.m. and I'm fucking sitting here like, oh, I'm tired.
Actually, 1 a.m. because we had daylight cringing times.
It's 1 a.m. Yeah.
So
Damn it, fucking Curly earlier said that it was 1 and I was like half an hour ago, so I assumed we were up to 2.
It was like
you round like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I rounded up. You also said you were going to be there in 30 minutes, and you weren't there in 30 minutes. So don't talk to me about time.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't exactly ready by that point anyway. So
Look at that shit.
But what have you guys been up to this week? You been up to anything or
working?
Yeah, fucking believe it or not, working. Not making enough money to pay my rent.
Working and twerking.
Literally, like my first week back to work after being off, and I was just like, "Oh, when am I off again? I don't have any more annual leave till the end of the year. Like, fuck, Christmas can't come quick enough. Jesus Christ."
Yeah, I'm on holiday from my job to do 9 days work in a row.
Grind
base.
So yeah.
Hustlers.
Also, didn't you just start at your other job? How the fuck are you getting 9 days off to work somewhere else when you just started?
Because I already had this other job sorted before I started working for my other job.
Okay.
Yeah, we have these things called.
So then when I got the job, when I got the job, I was like, hey, I already agreed to do these hours at this other place, so I'll need to get this off as holiday. I'll start after I do that, and they were like, that's fine, just have that week off.
Yeah, I was like when I started at school.
I work.
Oh god.
Yeah. No, Karen, you're fine.
Finish your story.
I work full stop. That was the end of the sentence.
Yeah, I work Monday to Friday. So I worked the Monday to the Friday. Then I started doing this on the Saturday, and it finishes tomorrow, which is Sunday for us. When we're filming this, and then I'm back to doing the Monday to Friday again.
It's not like we're not off by days. We're only off by 5 hours.
We are off.
No,
by days.
I'm talking to the people watching this episode.
Oh, you know what? Fuck the viewers. Viewers aren't real.
Wait, people watch this?
I'm talking to the viewers. I'm talking to the video and the audio viewers, all of them.
Yeah, all of our audio viewers because we fucking upload to Spotify. That's definitely a thing that we do.
One episode, I think, is on Spotify.
Exactly. I think we got the
two.
first two. Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
To be fair, we kind of fell off after episode 2, so
that's
fair.
But no, that's like it reminds me when I started working at the school because I started like the last week of September, and then I had already booked my TwitchCon flights for the second week of October. And I was like, hey, listen, I'm going to show up, work for like a week and a half, and then be gone for 5 days. And you guys just have to be okay with that. And I felt bad because, you know, like when you're the new person, you want to like try and, you know, make a good impression. But it's like, bye.
Yeah, I think I had the same thing when I worked at
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
My last. Oh, yeah.
I was saying I had the same thing at McDonald's. Like when I started working at McDonald's when I was like 18. 17 maybe. Oh no, I would have been 18.
You went to TwitchCon when you started working at McDonald's?
No, I went to Greece. I went to Malia with the lads.
Well, Greece is already there at McDonald's, right?
Can we just end the episode here? But no, I was like, hey, that's cool and all, but I'm not going to be in like the third week. And they're like, okay. I was like, all right, thanks. Because like, I don't know how the fuck they got away with it, but like for the longest time, you didn't actually have leave at McDonald's. You just sort of like said, I don't want to work this day, and they just wouldn't let you work that day. And then about 2 years later,
let you work. Like, I changed my mind. I want to come back. And like, nope, sorry, can't happen.
No, they literally would. They'd be like, you want to come in? Fucking get in. But whenever like 2 years later, we all got like a big payout. Because the government went, hey, that's kind of illegal. You can't do that. And they're like, okay, we're going to back pay you all the holidays that we legally should have given you. And we're like, yay, bug. Give me my like £600 because McDonald's. Let's go.
Yeah. Kind of based.
Yeah, quite recently the McDonald's have been getting like fucked over, like in a good way because it's employee
Yeah.
like benefit. Like because
Eat the rich.
McDonald's is one of the biggest employers in the UK that does 0 hours contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think most fast food do like the 0 hour contract stuff, but yeah, like recently they made it so that your holiday allowance is based on the hours you work rather than the hours you contracted. So if you're on a 0 hours contract, but then you're like working like 30-hour weeks or whatever, you get holiday like entitlement, and well, it's not your holiday entitlement, but when you go on holiday, they treat your holiday pay as if you work a 30-hour job.
Yeah, they were just cringing.
Like that's what
people,
they have to
basically.
do. So
Yeah, like because like realistically,
yeah,
when I worked at
because they'd be like,
McDonald's,
yeah, you can go on holiday, but it's like, yeah, you've got 0 hours contract, so you've got 0 holiday entitlement, so you're not getting paid. So it's
Yeah.
like,
because when I joined, they were like, "Oh, you're gonna work like 20 hours a week. You're basically part time," and then you were working like 50 hours a week, and you were like, "Cool, yeah, that's what I signed up for."
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened even at like a lot of stuff they like clamped down on in the UK at least. Because like in my old job, like we would do occasionally get overtime. Technically, you accrue additional holidays the more hours you work.
mm-hmm.
So any overtime, they were like, "Oh, hey, for the past 4 years, turns out we weren't like paying you right." And they were like, "In theory, we should offer you more time off, but we're not going to do that. Here's a bunch of money. Don't talk about it." And I was like, "Thank you, I'll take it."
Yeah.
But I got like shafted over with that as well. I got pushed up to a higher tax bracket because
Suffering from success.
yeah, literally.
DJ Khaled.
Because I got
Literally though, yeah, like you can literally end up like earning less money because you move up a tax bracket, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
What
Being at the
happened?
bottom of the tax bracket is the worst place to be.
It's
It wasn't even just that though.
Yeah.
It was because I also got like whenever like a friend of mine like joined the company, I got like a referral bonus, and they gave me like £500 for that. At the same time, they gave me that. At the same time, they gave me my Christmas bonus. So I literally got like bumped up like a whole fucking tax bracket, like nearly into the next one.
Oh god, that's awful.
Yeah. And I was like, they think I'm rich. No, I'm not. I don't make this money every week. Please give me back my money, Mr. Government, please.
Yeah.
I will say that's the only thing about the UK that's fucking great. That your employer basically, unless you're obviously like self-employed or contracted, will literally just do your taxes for you. You don't have to think about it. Like as far, I'll
you
never
don't
hear
have to do
from
your taxes if you just work for a company.
Yeah, it just all gets done for you.
Although because I've worked for like because I worked for 3 different companies this year, I'm definitely gonna have to get a tax rebate because they're definitely gonna have taxed me wrong because of my different wages at each one.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a pain in the ass. But I don't ever have to interact with them ever. It just comes out every month.
It basically means I've had a little bit of less money. It's kind of like girl math. Is when I get a tax rebate. Because it's like I don't think it's just free money because I don't think about the money that I haven't earned on those wages like months ago.
Damn, that's big.
Because that's in the past now. So yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but you could be making more money with the money that you don't have right now. I learned that from Andrew Tate. Never not spend your money. Always spend your money. Don't let your money sit. So you're just letting it sit with the government right now. You're losing money by letting the government have your money. I think you should storm the HRMC.
This is terrible. This is boy maths, and I don't like it.
Yeah, this is boy math.
So it was Halloween last week, and 2 of the math teachers dressed up as girl math.
Oh, that's hype. That's actually kind of hype.
How do you dress up as girl math?
They had T-shirts that said girl math on it, and then
make no sense.
Yeah, and then they just taught math incorrectly all day. It was great. No,
I love the American education system.
But they like had like cute little like fucking like I don't know, like girl math-esque things written on the back of their shirt. And it's funny because like one of them, she's like a 20-something like student teacher, and then it's like the teacher she's student teaching with. And so I was talking to the younger one. I was like, "Oh, so this is like obviously your idea, right?" She was like, "No, it was fucking 50-year-old math teacher idea." I was like, "That's crazy that she's more on TikTok than you are."
He just sent her the know your meme page and was like, "Oh, make yourself known with the girl math meme."
I sent in the know your meme.
I hate using that.
Yeah, they just went on know your meme, They want to know your meme. Just typed in the word math and then saw what came up.
And he
Well,
went down
that'll
the
be-
rabbit hole. It was like, holy shit, I've been teaching math wrong my whole
Most
life.
recent.
But when you were talking about your Andy Tate boy math, you know what that reminded me of?
What?
The fucking free game this week on Epic Games is called Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion.
Okay.
That's really quite good, actually.
Yeah, it was a cute little game. I 100%ed it yesterday on stream, except for the weird DLC, like endless roguelike they added as filler content. And man, I did not expect it to go on a fucking full anime arc.
Filler,
Because
I
like
hardly
any good
know it.
anime. What?
You said it was a filler. It was some filler content. I said filler. I hardly know it.
Okay, we're getting into the episode here.
But yeah, so it starts off. The onion mayor is like, "Hey, you owe us like fucking $147,000 in taxes or whatever," and you're like, "Damn, that's crazy." And then you literally just like run around like ripping up government documents, and it's kind of like Zelda-esque. You have to like find items to be able to like progress through certain areas, and there's like cute little like dungeon puzzles and really easy bosses. And then because I like offhandedly, I was like, "Oh, I've like already gotten every document except for, like these like 2 or 3. Let's go back and try and find those." Once you go fight the final boss and you tore all the documents, you unlock the secret ending where you kill God, like any good anime.
Of course.
And I'm just a little fucking turnip with cat ears and a shovel, just like, whoop, gotta kill God real quick.
That's hype.
And yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
I did go on Know Your Meme to see what is trending. I will
sure.
give
What's
there's
your meme?
a few
Ooh,
things.
let's try and guess.
How many top porn?
So I'm not many.
Not many.
I did. So there's 4 at the top that says also trending. There's no thing. It just tells me like what's trending. It just shows me images. One of them is like, this is an old meme. I've seen this meme. But the ones at the top,
The resurgence.
I'll give you like a few guesses to guess what the top 4 also trending are.
Damn, Daniel.
No, one of them is like a classic, just one word response that people used to use all the time.
Sheesh.
No. Like I mean, like probably before, like as the internet started.
YOLO.
No.
Oh.
One of them.
Up?
No.
What's up?
Maybe a bit after was up. Yeah, after was up.
Yeah, after the 90s, I would fucking hope so.
Yeah, well, apparently the origin is in 1988. Apparently, for this one.
What the fuck?
Oh. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Derp.
Derp.
Mhm. The one that's trending, which was related to the image, was the image of Superman or Ultraman, I guess. I don't know what the fuck it is, but sniffing the thing.
Is it the one
from Invincible?
Yeah.
Where he says my favorite, and he's like sniffing in the fucking juice.
What?
It's like no, it's like this fucking like gas going around. I guess it's Superman, and he's going like, and he's sniffing it in. And it says my favorite. One sec, I'll send you an image so you have some context.
Yeah, Superman sniffing.
Yeah.
My favorite. Hold on.
I'll put it on screen as well. This.
Yeah. The fuck. Yeah.
Oh, maybe we'll have to blur that because I just seen on the right. One says guy tried after sex on the right hand side. So let's hope those images aren't bad.
I'll go. But no, apparently he's sniffing kryptonite in that photo.
Oh, and he says my favorite. Yummy.
Yummy.
I have seen that meme before when it's like when your gamer girl farts or whatever, and I'm like, oh god.
Oh god.
But the image I seen, I'll show you the one that I seen that was on the trending thing. It's a Pokemon meme, which is fun, I guess. It's a picture of
Pikachu.
No, it's Reggie Gigas.
Oh,
but doing
yeah,
the
I've
same
seen
thing,
it. Yeah.
but for neutralizing gas.
Oh, that's what that's from. Yeah, I've only seen the Pokemon one before.
Based.
Neutralizing gas has filled the area. My favorite.
So there was 2 other ones. One that I just couldn't even tell you what the fuck the context was. I have no idea. Debbie Turnbull. Trending apparently. Oh my god, it's Robot Boy's mum. From the Cartoon Network show Robot Boy.
Oh, of course.
It was the 10th
Robot Boy.
It was the 10th
Robot
anniversary.
Boy.
One second, I'm just gonna show you a picture of her and you'll know exactly. Yeah, if you can look at the stream.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's a
I
what the
recall Robot
fuck?
Boy.
Yeah, she built like fucking Minecraft Steve with a fucking dumpy, you know what I mean? And then the other meme that is also trending is Russia invasion of Ukraine. So I don't really know where the correlation between Derp, Superman meme, Debbie Turnbull, and the Russian invasion of Ukraine is, but you know, the game's the game, I guess.
Speaking of the game's a game, it's time to play a classic favorite of the Tier Above podcast. How many till pawn?
For Debbie Turnbull.
Okay, thank God.
With Deb Turnbull.
7.
7
Give-
images.
Give me, man. I was like, give me 3, but I'll do a respectable 12.
3, but into 12. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'll show you what image number 7 is, Curly.
Okay, let me see.
We'll send you image 7.
I will justify whether it's porn or not. If I can jerk off to it,
Unfortunately,
it's porn.
incredibly wholesome.
I hate it. I hate all of this.
Oh, that is
Oh,
a
that
very
is
wholesome
wholesome.
picture. They're eating, I guess, cookie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Here is
So
image 12.
here's 7 for me.
Okay, 7. I've won. That's it. Oh no, that's for 12.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put
But
this on.
this came before number 12. So I think this one counts as the winner for porn.
This is what was this 11?
But I mean, I'd argue you can still show this.
Yeah, so
Unfortunately, this was 10.
That's literally 7 for me. You want to know what 10 was for me?
Ayo, you up, hun?
What was 10 for you?
10 for me was that.
I put that on screen. I cannot.
We can show all that. Yeah, we can show that.
That was 10 for me. I was like, oh god. But 7 for me was the one that Lioneagle said. That was 10 for him. So
You can show that. You can show that other picture. Also, that's
I put them all
the
up.
one that says no. It says know your meme.
Oh,
That's what the link is for that image for that one.
yeah, the one
Is this
of her
the
in
same
bikini
page
is
that you
the
were
Know
just
Your
on?
meme. Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
You
Dev
know what?
Turnbull beach pic. It's on know your meme.
Jesus Christ. I did see something about Robot Boy the other day. I think it's like.
I've literally never seen this show. What the fuck?
Do you want me to tell you the premise?
No, I've never seen it before either.
It's about this boy who's a robot.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What it's actually about is there's some little kid.
Okay.
There's some little kid who's like a proper nerd, and he's like fucking pen pals with this like scientist guy, and he's all like, "Oh, the mafia or something are gonna go steal my robot. I'm gonna send him to you, so he's all safe and teach him how to be a real boy." It's just modern day fucking Pinocchio ass motherfucker.
Fair enough. Oh, what a fan favorite that's back in there. I hope you guessed well, and let me know what you guessed in the comments while you're down there subscribing to the Tier Above channel.
Based and true.
Let's go. We did it not 40 minutes into the fucking episode.
Yeah, only 20.
I am so proud of this community.
It's not normally 40 minutes in, it's at the end. It's
Yeah,
what we
it's at the
normally
end.
do it.
Are you,
It's at the
are you
end.
saying that we have longer than 40-minute episodes? That's crazy.
Yes.
you never
I'm
know.
brutally aware of how long these episodes are.
So, normally Z has some fucking cringe ass story about work. Please tell me about
yeah.
another one.
Oh, there's
Of
this one
course.
at the top.
Also, here was number 30 for me.
That you know
Oh,
what?
God.
Who would you? Before we move on to that, Deb
Sure.
All right,
Turnbull.
that's a good question. Let's throw that out there.
Deb Turnbull
Let
or
us know,
Dexter's
let us know
mom?
in the comments. Yeah.
What is Dexter's mom's name? Does she have a name?
Mom. I'm fairly sure they've never said her name. I actually watched a video about Dexter's Lab recently, and I think they were like, they only ever call her Mom.
Neither her first or last names were revealed during the series run, and the show staff simply dubbed her Dexter's mom. Although it may have been confirmed by creator and rival showrunner Chris Savon, it was rumored her real name was Spencer O'Reilly McPherson.
Yeah, rumored. How they very specific
Yeah,
to be
I'll-
rumored.
Yeah.
What is this? I hate the internet. I'm scrolling down past that. Dee Dee becomes Dexter's mom. Dexter's laboratory. It's like, stop. Just
Ayo.
stop.
Any linkers?
That's some weird science
So
there.
it can't be that bad, but it's still it does more mental damage than it does like.
I'm fairly sure that is just an episode of the show. I think she swaps bodies or something because he does a science experiment. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it's just a highlight from the actual show. Like, that's something that would happen in Dexter's lab. And Manthorpe being a
based on the fact that I didn't know of Deb Turnbull until today, but I think she's hotter than Dexter's mom.
I agree. And Dexter's mom's taken. I actually don't even know if Deb Turnbull is, but if she's sending those kind of snaps, well, you know, at the beach. Dexter's mom isn't doing that.
I'm a truther. I'm a believer. I'm a purist. Dexter's mom all the way.
You just love those latex gloves that she always wears.
No, actually, so the latex. I'll be honest. That would just be so uncomfortable.
Well, each their own. The game's a game.
That's the point.
Also, Deb Turnbull is the wife of Dwight and mother of Donnie and Tommy, so she's also taken.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think I could deal with Dee Dee.
That's fair. Oh, so you're as Dee Dee's stepdad in this scenario?
Yeah, I don't want to be Dee Dee's stepdad. Okay. Yeah, I think she'd be a lot of hassle. You know what I mean?
I think I could. What, you don't think Dexter would be hassle?
Well, yeah, Dexter also, but he could invent some cool shit. Maybe
women confirmed.
You know that Dexter's going to invent a way out to get you out of his mother's life. So
yeah, but I'm bigger than him. You know what I mean? He's a little short boy.
You can beat him up,
kick him, but he's literally like this up your ankles. In the show, he's up to most people's fucking ankles. And kick the shit out of him, punt him.
Kicking the shit out of Dexter because you want to bang his mum.
Yeah, game's a game. Oh, to be fair, there's a lot of sexual innuendos in that show as well. If you ever watched it back, I'm pretty sure
when they're playing Twister or something.
And she wears like an apron or some shit that says like Daddy's little helper or some shit on it. It's really weird.
Daddy's little cum slut.
No, it's not. It's not an apron. It's a pair of pink sweatpants. I'm pretty sure that says like Daddy something on the ass.
It's like Dad's trophy.
That's what it is. Yeah. Fuck me.
Dad's trophy. Whoa!
Also,
what's going on on the board?
The ones that are highlighted blue are all work stories.
Great. So we're about to hear.
Okay. Well, what's the top one then?
I think we already talked about
the top one.
That's not in blue.
Oh. Fucking okay, yeah, let's talk about that one. Fucking, so remember like a couple of months ago, I was like a fucking like HelloFresh type beat just showed up on my fucking door.
Yes.
I got another one.
All right, yeah.
Yo, you got a subscription? Let's go.
Yo.
So I dead ass. So the shipping label was fucking torn off for some reason. So I can't figure out who the fuck this is supposed to be going to. But it was like half torn off this time, and it had our address, so it's actually supposed to be going to us. And there was a K for the, like, all I literally saw was just a K for the name. And the previous tenant's name started with a K. And so I think she just hasn't canceled her subscription. And we just keep getting monthly boxes. And I'm here for it. Fucking had some black bean quesadillas last time. Dude, shit was gas.
Oh yeah, I remember we talked about this.
$100 wine voucher.
A what? You got a wine voucher?
Yeah, for $100.
Hey, you have a little party, get the wine in, have a little wine tasting.
I do wonder what the subscription service is though, because like HelloFresh, you have to like keep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called everything.
Because like I know like HelloFresh, like you have to keep like submitting what meals you want.
Other ones don't do that. Like there's one I had previously where they would just send you like, hey, here's like 10 meals. We're just gonna send you 10 meals. You have no choice, or you can pay more to get a choice. So sometimes they'll just like avoid the admin. They'll just go and fuck, like, I assume all the ones that are like about to go on a date and give them to you for cheaper. Could be something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like admin effort. Speaking of admin, school, am I right?
Damn, he's so based. But yeah, no, fucking dude. So I don't fucking know. Fucking my kids, they like keep quoting Darman, and I can't tell if they're doing it ironically or not.
He's an inspirational figure to every generation.
I don't know. Is the thing? Like if they're actually like, saying that, like taking Darwin videos to heart, we need to have a talk. But if they're just like quoting him to like make fun of him, then they're based. So like
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Let's just hope they haven't seen the Sniper Wolf one.
That's tough. Yeah, videos that age like milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, her one was all about like girls being gamers too, if I remember correctly, because I think I've watched it.
Yeah, because like her come up was she
Yeah.
was like a fucking like Call of Duty streamer basically, and now she steals people's content and doxes famous YouTubers. Score.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about her. All I know is that she has 2 charges of some sort that she has a mugshot about. I think that's funny.
I'm just gonna say she has 2 giant tits. Like, that's what you were gonna say.
Her sister has an OnlyFans, apparently.
Oh, okay. Her sister. Fair, I guess.
Her identical sister.
Yeah, it's my sister, I swear.
It's my sister. It's crazy. Matching tattoos in the same spot.
Yeah, we're just really like together. We got group
They're
tattoos.
just the birthmarks. We just have matching birthmarks.
Do you have any birthmarks? Anyone?
I've got one.
Yeah, I'll see if I can show it. I've got one on my hand there.
He's just about to fucking strip ass naked.
I know you guys can't see that, but that was one for the audience.
So I've got like a slight like discoloration on like my stum like right here.
Wow, I don't.
fact,
I got the web toe gene and not the skin deficiency gene. Yeah, I got a bit more of a buff, to be fair. I got the swim speed increase buff opposed to the like camouflage buff. So you guys are good. All my cousins have them, and I remember being like, "What the fuck? I don't have a birthmark." And when I was a kid, I was like, "Does that mean I like wasn't born?" Like in my head, I was like, "Is that like you get one for being born?" Yeah, and I was like, "Fuck! Like, where did I come from then?" I remember
asking my C-section, you don't get one.
Yeah, I
there
was
is like
C-section. Holy shit! Oh my god, that's it.
Yeah, the superstition of where it comes from is that it's like how you died in a past life. You don't have to show this, by the way, because I showed it off actually on camera. But I'll just send it to you guys where my little birthmark is in my hand.
So you got a bee sting on your hand and died that way.
Yeah, I just got stabbed in the tiny bit of my hand there.
So the only other thing I have is like, you know the way Ludwig has the fucking pectus excavatus shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have something semi-similar where my like chest indents, but nowhere near as much as his does, and because it's like you can't really tell as well because I'm fat, so it's harder to see. But it's also a bit higher up, like it's more in like in between the titties opposed to like near the rib cage. And when I was younger, my granda told me the reason I had that, I believed it for a long time when I was a child, was that when he was in Africa for some reason and he had me on his back and he got shot, but he protected me from the bullet, and the bullet only punctured me a little bit because it went through him first. And I was like, oh, fair.
He gave himself like a real Giga Chad story.
He did, yeah, he did. So apparently I've been to Africa as a child and my granda got shot, but he weirdly doesn't have a hole in his chest or any kind of bullet wound. But you know what? Hey, he just recovers. He's just built like that, I guess.
And then, like a man who had been shot in the chest with a rifle, he was shot in the chest with a rifle.
Yep.
Wow, I can't believe he gaslit you like that. Speaking of being gaslit.
All right, so I have a bone to pick with every person who speaks Spanish in America.
Yeah, speak English.
About time.
It's not even what you think. Fucking in Spanish class, we were
But
like,
it's not what you think.
We were taught the colors, right? Fucking red is rojo, blue is azul, green is verde, right? And then fucking we were taught orange is anaranjado, and the fruit orange is naranja. And I was like, damn, that makes so much sense that they have different words for the color and the fruit. Yeah. Like, why are Americans fucking stupid? And so then fucking the science class I teach, one of them, it's like half ELL kids, like kids that are like Spanish speakers natively, and then that class actually we have 3 adults in the room. We have the science teacher, we have the like ELL interpreter, and then we have me working with the sped kids. So there's a lot going on in that class. But we were going around and we had to like color in like these little like blocks or whatever. And we were like reading out the colors. And we got to orange. And I went to say anaranjado. And the speaker, like, the Spanish interpreter was like naranja. And I was like, I mean, she knows better than I do. Don't get me wrong. I'm like pretty sure it's not that. And then, so we were like talking at lunch the next day, and I was like, "Hey, when did?" Oh no! So before that, I fucking like go to like check the marker because like Crayola they have it like written on there like what it is in like English, Spanish, and French, and they have naranja, and I'm like, what the fuck happened to anaranjado? Like, I swear to God, this is what I learned. And so I talked to her about it when we were at lunch. I was like, hey, what the fuck? And she was like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck either. That's what I learned when I was in school. But then when I like started working with the kids and I said anaranjado, they all fucking laughed at me and made fun of me because I said anaranjado and not naranja. And I was like,
but what does it mean then?
They both mean orange, but naranja is the fruit orange.
Yeah,
okay.
It's probably like a lot of like it's probably just culturally they went, oh, what's the point in having two words? Everyone knows when you're talking about the fruit.
Literally what I think has happened is like because in America we use orange for both, they're like, fuck it, we're just gonna pick one and go with it for both. And anaranjado is technically seen as like a more proper version. And she said that it could be like a cultural difference, like in Spain they speak like a more proper version of not proper is the wrong word, but like a more formal version of Spanish than they do in like Latin America. And so she said it could be a difference like that. But like the kids like literally like laughed at her and made fun of her when she tried to tell them that it was anaranjado. And so like we're both being gaslit by the Spanish speaking community. And I because like I literally Googled it. I was like, when did we make the switch from anaranjado to naranja? And all that came up was like, what's the difference between anaranjado and naranja? And that like one is the color, one's the fruit. I was like, but it's not. Like Crayola recognizes naranja as what we're calling the color now. When did this happen? And I couldn't find any info or any videos about it, and I'm losing my mind. This is like we're being like mutually Mandela affected.
This is when you find out that was actually like a scented Crayola pencil, and then you're actually being gaslit by Crayola.
It was an orange. What did it taste like?
Believe it or not, I didn't lick the marker in the class. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it was an orange. It was an orange scented marker, and you've just been absolutely bamboozled.
No, fucking. So I say that like can't be licking markers in front of kids. What I did do my first year, literally had been working there for like 2 or 3 weeks. We have this demonstration we do in the science classes where we just have like a jar of pretzels, and then 2 kids get bags that say Generation 1. 4 kids get bags that say Generation 2, 8 kids get bags that say Generation 3, and then everyone else is Generation 4 because classes don't get that big. And you're just like, take as many pretzels as you would like. And it's like a reflection of like non-renewable resources and like how previous generations just kind of take whatever they want. They don't really think about the people that come after them, and there's like usually none left by the time we get to Generation 4. Like cute little like demonstration or whatever. However, in the interest of saving money, we have just reused the same pretzels for the last 6 years. And so naturally, me having heard this, I was like, forbidden pretzel. And of course I ate a pretzel.
I assume it was just dry and stale as hell.
So
go ahead.
So you learned that they reuse these pretzels, therefore trying to make them into a reusable resource. For this example of a non-renewable resource, and you thought, I'm going to utilize them so this new generation cannot use them anymore. You are the perfect example.
Dude, I only ate one because I'm not trying to fucking go to town on a whole fucking jar of
that's one less for Generation 15. You know what I mean?
That's one less for the generation trying to learn about other generations taking things.
Eventually, you're gonna eat one every day, and then it's gonna get to the point where Generation 4 doesn't even have one. They're all gone. Yeah, you've eaten them all.
One day, years down the line, you're gonna crave that pretzel.
Because I'll be honest, it was surprisingly not that bad. I expected it to be worse. I expected it to be staler. I expected it to be grosser, and it kind of just was like a slightly old pretzel. It tastes like maybe it was like a week old, not like fucking 6 years old.
Yeah, so like apparently a packet you opened and just left it sitting there or something, and then it went, "Oh, these are here."
There's apparently an upper bound on how stale pretzels can get.
It's a pretty good upper bound.
Yeah.
So we're talking about zombie apocalypse last week. He's going straight for the fucking pretzel jar.
They're like Twinkies; they can survive anything.
Oh fuck. No, I was about to say, like, the whole, I get the premise of the concept. Like, we had this, whenever, different, you teach younger children, but when we were, like, fucking 16, we were learning about diminishing returns, if you're familiar with diminishing returns.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, the more resources you put into things doesn't mean it's more efficient. And what our teacher did was just, she brought in like 100 fucking tennis balls. And was like, okay, okay, you throw the tennis balls into the bucket over there. And then she was like, okay, now you join in. And you join in to the point where there was like 20 of us trying to throw like the thing of tennis balls into the one thing. And it's like, that's what diminishing returns is. Like, you're not wrong, but there's definitely a better way to teach this.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Just on that example, I don't understand how that's diminishing returns.
Well, no, because we weren't getting as many in as when you added too many, you're going to hit each other's balls and they're not going to go in. And,
oh, okay, I see.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not as efficient as having 4 people do it and like, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And then she did the same thing and was like, if you don't understand now, we'll do it where we all like went to one side and like we'd walk the other side to give a ball to someone. And then she just added the whole class in. Then there became like a big queue and no one could, get the ball to the other side quick enough. And we're like, wow. Economics, baby. It's practical. This is going to come in handy. Can't wait to write about this in my exam. So diminishing returns is when you're in your classroom and you have a bunch of tennis balls and you can't get them to the other side when there's too many people. So you want just the right amount of people.
What you should have said to the teacher is, why don't we just get another bucket to put it in?
Yeah, no, but we didn't have that resources.
So
we'd have to get external investment then, How are we going to do that? Go on Shark Tank? Go on Dragon's Den?
Go on Dragon's Den and just throw some tennis balls in a bucket and say, we'd like to offer 50% of the business for another bucket.
We need £10 for another bucket. And if we get that other bucket, we're gonna fucking go to the moon. Oh my god.
You won't believe how many tennis balls we'll be able to get in there.
Yeah.
We will double our efficiency.
Like, one of my favorite things about learning economics is the fact that, like, they're so fucking brutal with it. Like, because obviously it's all, like, theories and, like, nothing's, like, set in stone. And so, like, a lot of the time they'll just be like, okay, so in 2008, what happened that made everything shit? Like, the recession or like the housing market bubble, and it's like, okay, now write about it and explain how they could have fixed it. And you're like, okay, yeah. And you're like, they should have just like paid attention. Like, it's all just examples of stuff that like you learn about it and you go, how the fuck did nobody know this was happening? Like, there's people who get paid fucking mega bucks to like notice this shit. They're like, housing prices increased too fast. That's not good.
It's crazy that people studying it, you can go, what could they have done to circumvent this? And it's like, bro, I really wish they knew the answer to that question. It's like, you want me to know more than the politicians did at the time.
Yeah, like, it's like we learned about it in history as well, like with the Weimar Republic. So like after World War One, like what happened with Germany, and like they're talking about like it was the first introduction to inflation as a concept. And I fucking love the fact that like people would have like wheelbarrows full of money, and people would pour the money out because the wheelbarrow was worth more than the money, and they were like, "Fuck, more places to store my money." And you would like start a shift, and by the end of your shift, your money would be worth nothing. I'm like, that's so fucking. Yeah. It's cool to observe externally, but I'm sure if you're in it, it was probably the worst fucking thing of all time.
Yeah. It's like I heard it was like inflation was so bad they paid people on the hour because your hourly rate was changing so much because of inflation.
Yeah.
Fuck, the accountant's having a nightmare. Okay, yeah, we paid Jimmy £9 that hour, but then after the inflation, it went up to 400. So the next hour, trying to work out their taxes, and it's like, okay, your money used to be worth this much. How much are we taxing? Oh fuck. Then the euro came in, and nothing else happened in between then.
Yeah, no, nothing.
Nothing happened.
Could you imagine mass inflation happens, and then like you get paid like $400 an hour, and then for some reason it just deflates again, and then you're just a millionaire. It's like, let's go.
I think I'm about to go into fucking economic theory. Like, one of my favorite things is like there's this type of like
theory.
It's just a theory. It's called like a Giffen good, right? Based off the guy who invented the concept.
It's actually pronounced Jiff and good.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. Do you know like how generally if you increase the price, people won't buy as much, right? Basic shit. Price go up, people don't buy. Unless it's an iPhone. Am I right?
Am I right?
Or a Starbucks coffee. Take that.
Oh, so
liberals.
real. But he said like the best example of like of that is bread. Like back in the day, this was like way back in the day when people only ate bread and meat. And
Yeah.
he was like, if you put the price up of bread, once you put it up so high, there'll be a point where people will buy it again because they can't afford to buy anything else. They will exclusively buy the bread. So that's a big dub. So put your bread up as high as you can, because so no one else can afford to buy anything else, and they have to buy the bread. They're like, wow, what a gamer move.
Me when I'm getting my bread up.
Base. That's why that's what that saying comes from. Prices go up. Get your bread. That's all you can get.
Get your bread up. No, fucking man. This talk about the housing crisis makes me think of my biggest regret in life, and that's not buying a house when I was 2009, after the fucking prices crashed.
Oh yeah, did you have your mortgage on the go and you just didn't get there in time?
Right, I'm like, fuck.
You were like, surely it'll go lower. Just a 9-year-old.
my uncle.
9-year-old notices he just going, hold. I'm in hands.
Yeah, because all the housing prices are going up a wee bit now, and because I bought my house a while ago.
Going up a wee bit, dude. It's so bad in America. It's literally like before pre-crash prices again.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying.
So we're just waiting on that crash, baby.
I got mine a while ago, so at the minute I like to check every so often to see what the houses nearby me are selling for. And I'm like, fuck, I'm up. I'm up. I'm fucking up. Until it crashes again, I'm like, fuck. If only they had paid attention in 2008.
Do you know what my favorite economics are? Reaganomics.
Shut the fuck up.
What do you mean, shut the fuck up?
I know it's a good segue into the tier list, but shut the fuck up. It's the worst thing to happen to the U.S. economy ever. Like, literally every single major problem in the U.S. can be traced back to Ronald Reagan.
Racism?
I was about to say racism.
Racism precedes Reagan, but he didn't help it.
Wow.
A lot of like the police reform that happened was like introduced by Reagan and then carried on by Bill Clinton. So
fair. So our tier list this week, if it wasn't obvious,
the U.S. presidents, yeah,
is the U.S. presidents
is Ronald Reagan.
Oh my god, I actually have a based fucking tier list idea.
Okay, we can talk about that. Not right now.
Yeah, you guys have to
it's Ronald Reagan's policies.
Here's my tier list. I don't know any of them really. So
Joe Obama.
So I've ranked them.
Hell.
Yeah, hold on. I need to fucking.
So
I need to open this. God damn it, dude! All of the fucking Betty Turnbaugh's shit in the.
So I based mine. Originally, I was going to do it based on when I look at them, how likely I would think they are to start a war. Then I looked at them all and went, "It's an American fucking president."
No one. There's no one in maybe or no.
Because I didn't know, but then I looked every time. Every time I looked at these black and white like pictures, I was like, "This fucker definitely killed people. He loved to kill people."
Mainly white.
And, yeah, and then I sort of kept looking down. And I was like, "All these people probably were in wars at some point." And then I was like, "I know Obama was in a war, but I like Obama, so he goes into the Obama tier." And JFK L, just because you know. R.I.P. JFK.
Because he has the extra hole.
Yeah, because he has the extra hole.
Yeah.
Which
you should have ranked presidents by the number of holes they have. Sure.
Which I think perfectly moves on to the next tier list.
Yeah, this is my tier list.
Yeah.
This is my tier list of how many fuckable holes they have.
Yeah, I assumed as much. The minute I seen it, I was like, "Yep, that's what it is." So, give me a rundown, because obviously I know who JFK is. That's Abraham Lincoln, right?
Yes, he was assassinated in a movie theater.
Yeah, I know them too. Who are these two Donnies here?
This is Garfield, the cat. And
Death by
Garfield.
Lasagna. Yeah.
I actually don't
Yeah.
remember who the fourth is. I just remember Garfield because he has a funny name.
that's William McKinley.
Oh,
But
of course. How
do
could
you
I
have-
forget?
Do you have the lore handy on how they
To
receive
be clear,
additional
William
holes?
William McKinley is the one without the beard, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Garfield has the beard because he's a cat.
Yeah, cats notoriously have beards. Yeah.
Well, the cats have fur, dickass,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
beards are the equivalent of human fur.
Sure.
That's a great quote. Cats have fur, dick ass.
So how did they have like, because like everyone knows about Abraham Lincoln, everyone knows about JFK. I didn't know
Sure.
there was other people that got assassinated. Or-
ass in eight.
Why do
Yeah.
you pronounce it like that?
That's how I remember.
Get it?
It's because that's how I remember. That's how I remember how to spell it. Ass
Right.
in.
Do you want-
in eight?
Please tell me you say Wednesday.
I do.
Of course it's Wednesday. Yeah.
Wednesday.
Actually, I automatically say Wednesday when I'm trying to spell it.
Yeah, I have to, or I cannot spell it.
And February.
February.
Just exit. I hold my L, and I just know that I'm going to spell it wrong.
Yeah, I think I was like 14 years old when I realized I was spelling February wrong my entire life. Like I never knew there was an R in it. I actually saw that like the teacher had put an R in it. I was like, "You've put an R in there," and then they were like, "Yeah, there's meant to be," and my entire world was shook. My entire life was a lie before that point.
I can remember vividly, as you know, I'm dyslexic as hell, and the word that I had that I was like fucked into my brain was the word because. I could not spell the word because to save my life. And I can remember sitting with my parents in the living room for 4 hours. They were just going, okay, because. And I'm like, okay, B-E-S-U. And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, right. And I just, in my head, I was like, there's an S in there? Well, I know there is. Well, wait, but.
Yes, there is an S.
There is, but like it was, I had to type it in the keyboard. I was like, yes, but in my head it was like it comes after the BE, of course, even though that doesn't make any sense when you sound it out. But I was like, yes, because. But I didn't get diagnosed until I was like 13. So we used to do spelling tests every Friday on the classic Friday test. I don't know if that's universal, but we had a Friday test every Friday.
We did like times tables on Fridays in 3rd grade, but that's like, that's about it.
Yeah, on Fridays we would do some math, some spelling, right? And that was just the Friday test. And if you got it wrong,
And
you'd have to go to
Wednesday, we wear pink.
fair. You'd have to go to your back of your book and do like write out all your like errors. So I used to have this the whole back of my book to the point where it caught up to the front of my book of just me writing the same word over and over again. Because like if you got it wrong, you had to do it. I would just get none of them fucking right. And it got to the point where she was like, you just stop. It's not worth it. I'm like, thank you. We had a substitute one day, and it was like the one day where we had like, normally they give us like 5 words to spell, but this week they gave us 2 words to spell. And it was like complaint and something. It was big words. You know what I mean? Big words. And I got everything wrong in that test, completely fucking wrong. And she like had a full go at me, and I was like, I just don't spell good. I tried my hardest, please.
Aww.
And then she like put me in the fucking corner and made me like write like a whole page. And I came like the next day, our normal teacher was in. She was like, she shouldn't have done that. And I'm like, I know, I tried to tell her.
Awful. Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah.
This was also the same year that I thought I discovered the word bugger.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a friend of mine who really liked bugs, so I referred to him as a bugger. And I would just call him that.
Funny.
I would call him that all the time. And our teacher was like, "Where'd you hear that?" I was like, I was like, "I made it up. It's a word I made up." And she was like, "No, you didn't." I was like, "Fuck." She's like,
It's an L plus ratio.
That was so funny.
yeah, and she's like,
That's actually so funny.
yeah, I just creative, you know, and it's sort of, I couldn't spell, make up my own words, you know, I can't spell them wrong, I made it up. So she had to be like, hey,
no.
bugger's a bad word. I'm like, what does it mean? She's like,
Yes.
it doesn't matter what it means.
Uh-oh.
It does not matter, just don't say
Yeah.
it. I'm like, fuck. Guess I can't call him
Did you-
a bugger anymore.
Do you know what bugger means, Z?
It seems like fuck, right? Like he's like bugger off and shit like that.
It's specific.
It's actually kind of like it. Yeah, it's like it's really meant as like non-consensual anal sex.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Yeah, so it's quite bad to be called that one.
Yeah. But I invented it. So
but yeah, to get the topic a bit more lighthearted, so James Garfield died.
He got buggered to death
by being.
Have you seen the Why Does Kid You Know skit where Abraham Lincoln died because he got hammered in the ass?
No,
that's shit.
Yeah, no, it's like watching the play, right? And like, it's not Lee Harvey Oswald. Who's the fucking guy? John Wilkes Booth is just like watching the fucking play. And Abe Lincoln is just like up in the balcony, just like being an asshole. And then he was like, "If he doesn't shut up, I'm gonna go beat him to death with a hammer." And then he just like kept like being an asshole. And then he fucking hit him in the hammer with an ass, or hit him in the ass with a hammer until he died.
Okay, now speedrun.
I think Family Guy also did a sketch. I think Family Guy also did a sketch of that where like there was just John Wilkes Booth like really annoyed, like saying how much money he'd spent on his like tickets to see the show, and then Lincoln's just like being like a rowdy guy like that's like in the cinema.
Yeah, he was literally like shouting at the. I remember that Family Guy skit. You're exactly right. He's like shouting and standing up and stuff, and he's like, "I can't fucking see this guy. Fuck me."
He's like, "I can do what I want. I'm the president." It's like, yeah. So James Garfield was shot twice by Charles Goutier.
Your tier list, I
know. This is a shocking discovery.
He has
honestly.
4 fuckable holes.
Yeah. And so despite doctors' initial pronouncements that Garfield was as good as dead,
sure.
The bullet did not kill the president. However, repeated unsanitary probing of his wound and lack of an understanding of antiseptic medicine led to an infection that killed him. So I think he would have survived the gunshot, but everyone kept fucking poking their fingers in his hole.
Everyone's kept fucking fingering him, being like, "Hey, this isn't good. We should close this." And like,
It's because I went back in time and fucked his hole. I caused his death because I went back in time and fucked the bullet wound.
There it is. Now we're getting somewhere.
And then President William McKinley was killed by the anarchist. It just says that Goutier was a frustrated office seeker.
Oh, so he got killed by a rival
doesn't really say
politician. Is actually kind of based.
Yeah.
He won the rise. Rise.
And William McKinley was killed by Leon.
No, shut up. Let me cook. Why the fuck are we having elections when Joe Biden and Donald Trump could literally just fucking have a gun duel?
As you know, I've been watching a lot of Hunger Games.
I don't think they physically could have a gun duel.
Hunger Games president. Whoever
sake.
wins the Hunger Games becomes president. I think that's pretty game. Everyone has to put their life on the line.
Yeah, that's basic.
Yeah, and then Mr. Beast can put it together.
I donated $10,000 to give Kanye West some extra little fucking healing serum so he can become president. He also gave Wells recently. That happened. Did you see that? And he actually tweeted out being like, "I know I'm going to get cancelled for giving Wells to people in Africa, but I don't care." Like, wow, based. You're so based.
Stunning and brave, Jimothy Beast.
Yeah. So sorry, how did the other guy die? I must know.
So it's Leon. I don't know how you say this name, but it's CZOLGOSZ.
Drop it in chat. What the fuck?
I'll drop it in chat. But also, if anyone ever gets this name, like in their Scrabble letters, drop that on the board. It'll get you some good points.
On the board.
What the fuck?
Drop that bitch on the Scrabble board and you win.
I guess it would be Solgaz, but what the fuck?
It sounds like a Czech name.
Yeah, he wasn't. So he actually shot him twice as well. So he's also on the 4 bullet list. And he was an anarchist, and then he said when he killed McKinley, he said the quote, his last words were, "I killed." Wait, what the fuck? Oh yeah, he was sentenced to death by electrocution. He was sentenced to death by electrocution, and then his last words when he did that was, I killed the president because he was an enemy of the good people, the working people, and then he was killed.
Actually, base.
Base. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, he didn't die from the bullets either. He seemed to be recovering nicely from the assassination attempt until September 12th, when his health deteriorated rapidly after he died of a gangrene infection.
So close. Like, he could have had another day. He could have been so
Yeah.
close.
Yeah, there's the ones that we like know commonly of, Lincoln and JFK. They died like pretty instantly, whereas that might be the reason why we don't know too much about the other two.
Fair. Yeah, like JFK literally had one-shot head tap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, it's also just like Lincoln and JFK were like interesting presidents who were like trying to like better the lives of the American people, and they got killed for it. Whereas it seems like
also
McKinley was a dick ass.
also JFK's was televised, so I guess that's
True.
also
Yeah,
a
it
thing.
did happen on live television.
Like, it's easier to remember when you've got video evidence of it.
That's why I watch all the Donald Trump State of the Unions, just hoping
Just
to be a part of
this?
history.
Oh my god.
You don't. To be fair, you don't want to miss it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
Imagine, having to fucking watch it on YouTube instead of being there. Fucking me in chat. I was here.
No, it'll be on Daily Motion.
Having to,
YouTube will
having
take
to
it down.
scroll through Live Leak to try and find you. It's like, just show me the president getting shot. Jesus Christ.
All right. This is Z's
But
tier
yeah,
list
what's
What's
these tier
really
list?
funny about
Oh,
mine?
yeah, I think I could tell.
If you go
these.
guess what he thought it was,
Oh,
and what
yeah.
he guessed is correct, but it's not why I sorted it like this. He was like, "Are those presidents from Missouri?" I was like, "I mean, yes, technically, Harry S. Truman is the only president from Missouri, but he's also the only president to drop a nuke." Woo!
Oh,
Let's go.
He's
Yeah,
Oppenheimer.
Trump almost went in there.
Yeah.
He could be an Oppenheimer too. Was he in the first one?
Was he in the first one?
I'm pretty sure he's yeah.
I haven't
Pretty
seen
cut
it.
and dry. Just
So
presidents that have used nuclear force against another country.
Yeah, Trump was really trying to get on that list in the yup pile for a little bit.
Yeah, he wanted to, in his head, he was like, "Fuck, I want to be in that Noticethez tier list."
I want to be on the
True.
top tier. I really hope Trump
wants
makes
to be
it
a
into
tier
the top
above.
tier of both of our tier lists.
Yeah, I hope.
BG
I hope he joins.
I hope he drops a nuke and then gets shot.
Yeah, I hope he makes it on the Lioneagle's tier list and C's tier list.
Yeah, it's crazy. So we had, 2, and then we had 2 guys at 3, we had 2 guys at 4, and then jumping all the way up to 86.
But my Tommy gun don't.
What a great high effort tier list that we did. The reason I
That was
didn't do
great.
anything more than that was because I didn't know who half these fucks were, realistically, even though we talked about it.
I still don't.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
fuck,
I wanted to do something like more involved, but we decided this is the one that we were doing like 20 minutes before we went live, and I was like, oh fuck, I don't want to fucking. Be
To be
fucked
clear,
with
and the audience knows this as well. This was agreed at the end of
Last
last
week.
episode when I said that I would fuck JFK's bullet hole.
He doesn't remember that far.
That's just not true.
We said next week we'll do the presidential one.
We did. It was literally the very end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh well, actually, yeah, we recorded these back to back. So that you're right,
Yeah.
See. So yeah, we record all of our podcasts back to back. We actually predict what's going to happen in the future. So what do we think will happen next week?
I'm not talking
We
about a
make it
single
happen.
fucking current event that has happened between now and.
Let's predict what's going to happen in 20 minutes time. When we record the next
In
podcast
20 minutes time, probably have a wank.
on the podcast.
You never know.
Well, none of you noticed when I did one during this one.
Exactly.
I think that there's going to be. Do you remember in Tesco, or was it Tesco or Iceland when they had
Ellie,
the whole thing?
is that a bottle of Prime on your radiator?
It is, yeah.
Yo, let's go! Look at this, yo! Zoomers, get in!
Get it.
we're being appealing to
He's
the
got
youth.
Prime. He got it from Wakey Wines.
I fucking wish. Abdul, come closer. Abdul, go back.
That's one specifically for the UK viewers.
Yeah, no one else gonna know what we're talking about. if you remember the whole thing about horse meat in the lasagnas, I think that's gonna happen, but to a big fast food chain of some sort. So their meat's not gonna be their meat. That's gonna happen next week.
And is it gonna be horse meat or is it gonna be?
Gonna be something else.
Is it gonna be horse? Yeah. What's the something else?
Dog.
Dog. Ooh,
It's gonna be
that's
the
quite
dog
a nasty one.
It's gonna be dog.
Hey.
Okay, Z, what's your prediction for the next pod?
I think Betty
My
White's gonna die.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna do something like that. I was gonna like pick someone specific. Not that Betty White's not.
I think at 2:43, whoever's watching this right now should look behind you. Anything else? I'm gonna throw it out. Any other predictions? Any hard?
I think that I think Miami is gonna beat the shit out of the Chiefs tomorrow morning. They're playing in Germany.
Oh, be Gates.
I think that the game's gonna be cancelled due to bad weather.
Okay, you can't coattail. Get your own one.
That's what I think.
What's gonna happen next week?
Next week, the Israel-Palestine conflict is going to come to an end.
Lioneagle, before we record this, went, I don't want to talk about Israel-Palestine. And then has just self-inserted himself into that.
He wants to end when there's nothing to talk about anymore.
Yeah.
It gets rid of the temptation.
And also, guess what else is going to end? This episode of the Tier Above podcast. Whoa! Bye, everyone!
Like and subscribe.